Hi guys, Con here. Right, so we are at the new BMW 6 Series Gran Turismo. So this is a new generation 6 Series that doesn't actually replace the previous Gen 6 Series. It is a 6 Series that is replacing the previous 5 Series Gran Turismo. Okay, so if you remember the 5 Series Gran Turismo, it is it is a variant of the 5 Series model family that is effectively a hatchback that offers the leg room and interior room of a 7 Series. Yeah, confusing stuff, I know. So right now, moving forward, BMW no longer has a 6 Series Coupe, no longer has a 6 Series Cabrio, no longer has a 6 Series Gran Coupe. This is now the sole carrier of the 6 Series nameplate. Okay, and here in Malaysia, BMW is locally assembling the 6 Series and is offering only one version, the 630i GT in M Sport kit. Right now, at first glance, this may look like a 5 Series front end, and yeah, you may, and you're probably right. Okay, this car has the platform of a 5 Series, but these are not interchangeable. The headlights, these are adaptive LED headlights. The bumper parts, they are not interchangeable with the 5 Series, even though they are based on the same platform. Okay, styling, when you look at the lower end of the bumper, okay, the front edge of the bumper, you see the radar module there, and then you see the cameras up there. Okay, this 6 Series GT comes with the full suite of BMW's autonomous driving capabilities. Okay, and the full details of it I'm listing in the description section below on what are the capabilities of this. Right, so personally, first comment of this, I am not a big fan of this part of the bumper. To me, I actually prefer the front look of the G35 Series sedan, but that's my opinion. Okay, so come to the side. Now you notice this being an M Sport car, there's an M badge at the front fender and also the blue finished calipers, and there's the air breather at the lower end of the front fender. Unlike the existing BMW 5 Series, right, where they have like a silver trim surrounding it, this one, the air breather is integrated into the lower side skirt. Okay, and it comes out, it's whole one piece with the lower side skirt, and there's that character line that flows down and runs along the door. Okay, and you will look up there, those doors, those 4 doors, they are pillarless. Okay, to emphasize this car's coupe positioning. I don't know how this can be legitimately considered as a coupe, but hey, the 6 Series badge started life in a coupe, so maybe they just want to call back to the heritage. And the rear end of the window line has a very, very loose interpretation of BMW's traditional Hofmeister King, which I don't see how it can legitimately be considered as a Hofmeister King. But if you look at the X model series and all that, right, that is another way of how they do the Hofmeister King. Like, it's just one sharp bend at the edge there, and it curves down. So we come to the rear end of the car. Okay, so it has a reverse camera. Surprising that, you know, this car does not have 360-degree camera. It only has a reverse camera, functional enough, but perhaps I think, you know, because this, you put a 6 Series badge in this car, it should have some differentiation over the 5 Series. And I think one thing they could have done with this over the 5 Series, they could have put 360-degree camera. Okay, and also you see the bumper. This is the M Sport, the new M Sport bumper treatment with exhaust either side. Okay, just one comment on this. The 630i is the only variant of the 6 GT available in Malaysia. Okay, and it's powered by the 2-liter 4-cylinder B48 engine with thereabouts of 250 horses. Okay, estimated pricing is about 450,000 ringgit. Okay, and so shape-wise, the shape of this 6 GT to me is way more appealing than that of the bulky 5 GT. And yeah, so honestly, if I have about 400,000-500,000 to spend on a car, I will actually give this car serious thought. But you see, I am not someone who has come from a 5 Series GT. Okay, the previous Gen 5 Series GT never had anything less than a 3-liter inline 6 power plant. Okay, whether you choose petrol or diesel. So minimum, right, Chekai also, if you have a 5 GT, it would have been a 535i with 300 horsepower. So you come to this guy, This guy has a 2-liter inline 4, 250 horsepower. Now this 2-liter inline 4 is a very powerful unit. In the 5 series, in the 7 series, it is a very, very strong performer. But it's just that if you are accustomed to 300 horsepower, I'm not sure you can come to this and look at this as an upgrade. Yeah, so I understand that say at 5 series or 3 series level, a 2-liter inline 4 engine makes a lot of more sense because of road tax considerations. But I think when you come up to 6 series level, 7 series level, the 30i 2-liter engine is fine as an introduction, but I do believe there should be the option of a 6-cylinder engine. Okay, I also think even the 7 series should have the option of a 6-cylinder engine, because right now, if you want to buy a 6-cylinder BMW in Malaysia, you only have the M2, M4, and what's left of the 6 Series Gran Coupe stocks. Yeah, I think the funny thing is, Mercedes right now actually has more options if you are looking for an inline 6 engine. So this is the engine bay. Okay, this is the 2-liter in B48 engine. So the only version of the only engine currently available in Malaysia. If you want something bigger, you have to special order. BMW will bring the car in on special order from Germany. Now, just now I mentioned that, you know, in this segment, you should have the option of a 6-cylinder engine, even though this 4-cylinder is a decent performer. Okay, this car will still be pretty fast one, right? But you just need that 6-cylinder engine as an option for mechanical richness. But having said that, there is advantages to this 4-cylinder engine, and firstly, it is on weight balance. Now, this 4-cylinder engine, look at this. This is the 4-cylinder block. Okay, this is the length of the block. So the block ends about here, and if you come out, much of the engine block is actually behind the front axle. So I have noticed that in recent years, right, the current gen BMW models, they tend to handle better when they come with a 4-cylinder engine. The 6-cylinder engines are nice to drive as a cruiser, but the 4-cylinder engines actually give the cars better agility. So really, it's a choice for you to make. And here's the interior. That's Jay Wong from the Star. Yeah. So at first glance, this looks like the cabin of a 5 Series, and you won't be surprised about that. It shares a platform with a 5 Series. There would definitely be many common components, but firstly, look at this. I like this wooden trim. This is a very nice wood trim. It is a very refreshing alternative over all the all those fog carbon whatever, or the piano black finish and all. I think this is a very nice and classy trim. Hi, this is Kenmin from Automachi. Hi. Today doing video
No.
So I got
yet.
Not
yet.
So I don't can I watch Automachi's video later on YouTube? No.
I try my best.
Try my best,
Yeah.
Okay guys, subscribe to Automachi on YouTube, okay?
I need to learn from Con.
No, you need to learn from Ivan Choi. Okay, so this one got gesture control. No, let's test got gesture control. No, Oh, okay. This one has gesture control. At first glance, as I said earlier, this is almost like that of a 5 Series, but there are some minor differentiations that are small details. Really, nothing major to emphasize on. It's just like maybe some creases here, some lines there, and all that. But function-wise, this is exactly what you get in a 5 Series, which at first glance, it does not look as impressive as a Mercedes cabin. But as I always point out, right, BMW cabins, it is the kind of cabin that once you sit inside, the moment you sit inside, it is very easy to familiarize with BMW cabins, and that is what I really appreciate every time when I jump into a BMW test car. It is always easy to acclimatize yourself into a BMW. Okay, now, so here, look at the door card. This one Daryl from Top Gear pointed out to me. So typical BMW door cards, right, they have this handle here that that allow you to function as a grab handle when you're seated in the car. So this one BMW just made this like a plain run through here with this armrest, and yeah, that's it. So actually, it didn't bother me at first, but now that Daryl mentioned, right, suddenly it's like now this door handle looks so plain to me. But overall, I still like the quality of this cabin. I like this wood panel, really. I like this, very nice. Okay, so here we come to the back. Well, looks very spacious inside. Just gonna sit inside. And if you look up, you've got a panoramic sunroof, very nice. And oh look, check this out. You've got a GT badge. You've got a little GT badge here in this. Harman Kardon speakers. Fantastic legroom here. Quad zone climate control, and here's the armrest. So you get to flip this up. Okay, mechanism feels solid. Oh, okay. Alright, and right, so you pull this up, and ISOFIX. Here's the ISOFIX mounts. Let's examine the ISOFIX mounts. Okay, so you lift this up to put so you don't have to pull this out. You just lift this up, so this piece won't terchiche somewhere else. You just lift this up, and nicely insert your ISOFIX in there. Nice. I like this. I appreciate this. So you can pull this down like typical of BMW SUVs and hatchbacks and wagons, right? The seats have 40-20-40 split folding, which is very, very useful. So we come to the rear, to the hatch. So this is the tailgate, the rear tailgate, and so you get about 610 liters of boot space here. If you fold the seats down, you get more than 1,000. So you lift this up. There are hidden compartments in there. There's a gas strut in there that holds this up in place when you want to put things here. I don't know what this piece is for. So let's see. Okay, so this is the tonneau cover. This is a very solid tonneau cover which you can remove and stow away under here. Okay, that's what the graphic instruction here says lah. Right, and you also have remote release of the seats, which allow me to show you. So I pull this okay, and you got a power socket here, nice, and you've got hooks here for you to hook your shopping bags. Here, this one is to remote release the right side, the right side passenger seat, and here's another hidden compartment that stows away the first aid kit. And these straps here are useful for you to hold bottles in place. And you've got power closing of the tailgate. Okay, this spoiler. Okay, there's a spoiler here. There's a rear spoiler here, which is deployed electrically. I think at the press of a button, also automated at certain speeds. Now, functional wise, right? The new 6 GT tailgate, it misses out on the 5 GT's dual opening function, which is a plus and minus, because the plus side of not having to engineer an extra opening mechanism here is that it gives BMW the freedom to give the 6 GT a sleeker looking rear end. But the compromise is you lose a bit of practicality, because I believe, right, the dual opening tailgate of the 05 GT means that, right, if let's say that you reverse park this into like a low parking bay, you don't have to worry about the height above it, because if you can see when you open this tailgate, it's bloody high. It opens to a bloody high level. So yeah, I think the 06 GT, the 05 GT's dual opening tailgate definitely would be missed. Right? Yeah. So this is. Oh yeah, one more thing. All the 6 GT also comes standard with front and rear air suspension. Okay, just a quick look at the driver's side. So you see the same virtual instrument cluster as you find in the 5 Series and 7 Series, and also you look down here, it has heads-up display. Okay, so overall, I would say that this is a far more appealing car than this Gen 5 Series GT. Okay, I think if I were shopping for a car in a budget of 500,000, this is something that I would give serious thought over, because the rear opening of, I find the overall practicality, the overall practicality proposition of this car to be highly appealing. But it's just that if I were to come from a 5 Series GT, and if I'm an existing 5 Series GT owner, I come to this, I would be a little disappointed at not having a 540i to choose from, to upgrade to. Okay, so I think from a product positioning perspective, the 630i GT is appealing as a conquest car for new customers in this segment, but existing BMW customers, who are driving the 5 GT, may struggle to think of this as an upgrade from their existing cars. Okay, so that summarizes my initial thoughts of the all-new BMW 6 Series GT. It is, a very handsome car, very appealing car, and that concludes my little video here for this car. And till my next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.